What is up? What's up, guys? It's another edition of Grind for the Gold Unfiltered. I had a couple podcasts I shot in segments. I shot in segments. I had an actual guest, and I won't air that one. Um, some technical difficulties happened, and I won't be able to air that one. But so once again, you guys get just me this time. And I know you guys love it. You love seeing my face on the screen. You love hearing my sexy voice. Nah, I'm just joking. But I'm gonna talk about something. Uh, excuse me. But I'm at a point in my life where I'm all about protecting my peace. It took me years to build up to be as calm and as confident as I am about everything that I do. Everything that I do, I go in with extreme confidence. And I built this up as a person over time because I wasn't always the most confident person. I wasn't always the person that thought very highly of themselves because I had a lot of people putting me down. And one thing I can say about that is even though they put me down, it didn't stop me. It stifled me, but it couldn't stop me. As I got older, I understood and I learned how to navigate with my emotions, how to navigate around to get the things that I want. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there are a lot of people out here that don't know. I created my energy. I created a purpose for myself. But there's a lot of people that don't know how to create their own aura. They don't know how to control what they do for themselves in their life. And when people do that, I'm the type of person where I'm at a point where I like to have fun. I like to enjoy myself. I go on vacations. I work hard. I went through a lot of, contrary to what some people may believe, there are a lot of people that thought I was like, I've had people tell me who don't know me from Jack Squad saying, "Oh, you a spoiled brat." I'm like, I am far from that. I've never. That's because I was able to get things that I wanted, but I did that off of my work. That wasn't because somebody gave it to me. I worked my ass off to get everything that I had, and then some. And I even have people that know me turn on me because instead of being inspired by knowing me as a person, instead of being inspired by watching me, when people say they got it out the mud, I'm like, yo, I did that. I earned every damn thing that I got in life. I didn't have anybody with a silver spoon handing me stuff. Two things I said when I was growing up: I'm going to get what I want at some point. I'm gonna work for it. But I'm also, if I said to myself, if I ever had kids, I'm gonna make sure my kids have everything that I never had, and then some. Whether they appreciate it or not, I'm going to try my best to make sure that they don't never have to go through the things that I had to deal with coming up as a kid. And there are people that it haunts them to this day. They can't let go of the past, and that's why you stuck doing the things you do. But the one thing that I notice is we live in a time where you could be one of the most loyal people ever, and people would turn their back on you at the drop of a dime for the simple fact of anger, jealousy, envy. I've just never been one of them people. If I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. Whatever you got that. If I like what you got, I'm gonna ask you, how'd you do that? I might not even ask you. If I like it enough, I'm gonna find a way to get it for myself. But I'm never gonna look at somebody in an envious way and say, "Ooh, I don't like you because you have X, Y, Z." That's not like what benefit do I get out of disliking you because you have something that I didn't work for. I don't know what you had to go through to get it. And that's what I'm trying to say. I've had people close to me literally try to sabotage me out of jealousy. And I'm like, I'm not even up here yet. I'm not where I want to be. But when I get there, oh, I'm good. I'm like, I'm not a person where I'm like, I don't have to announce everything that I do to people. I set plans and I go for it. But if you can't appreciate your friends and family for being up here being up, able to get up and grind their ass off to get the things that they want, you're not there, and then you blame them for getting the things that they have. You're not a good person to them. Because at no point should you point a finger at somebody and get mad at them because they working their ass off. I'm like, look, dude, I've gone out of my way to help so many people, and a lot of people didn't realize that I was able to do this thing. I taught people about stocks, bonds. I taught people how to navigate things through. When Bitcoin started coming out, I started teaching people about that. I'm a personal trainer. I've taught people, I've given free knowledge away, even though I paid thousands of dollars to get to where I'm at. I've given away free knowledge. And at the end of the day, I've had people turn around and, well, you didn't do this for me. You didn't do it. When does it stop? Where you have to keep giving and giving and giving. Thing about me, I learned the lesson was, I reached a point where I'm like, I will never give people more than what I can ask of them. Because I know it deep down in my heart, I've been told I'm selfish. I'm a jerk. I'm an ass. I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you to your face. I'm like, I can be an ass. But I can be a very nice, generous one. And if you're willing to turn your back on somebody or get angry at somebody because of what they worked themselves off to accomplish, what they worked their ass off to accomplish, you were never really a good friend to them. You were a standby person who observed everything that they did, but you never really was happy for them. Like, can you not be happy for someone's success, even though you might not be where they are? Be happy for their success. There are times where I have friends on social media, I've looked at their pages and they might post the happiest thing ever. And I see you might have 5 likes on there, knowing full well that I can look and see that we have over 200 mutual friends and you might get 5 likes. You know what? I'm going to be number 6. You might post a picture and nobody likes it. I'm going to be number 1. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm like, I'm going to be that person. Like, if you took your time out to do this, that's my way of saying congratulations. I've had somebody get mad at me and say, well, you put a thumbs up on my post, but you didn't put a heart. I could have skipped over your shit altogether, but I didn't. I don't heart everything. If I see your stuff, I'm like, oh, cool. I like it. I might read it and I like it. Now, me, I'm the type of person like this. You have to deeply impress. And this is not an insult. This is just, I'm not always an emotional person. So you have to deeply hit me for me to hit that heart button. Even my kids know that. I have one of the most stoic responses to things. I'm so, what's the word? Melancholy, nonchalant. Now I just, like I will acknowledge it, but I'm not the type of person where I'm like, I might actually be excited, but you might have caught me or said something to me where it's like, oh, hey, check this out. I got XYZ. I'm like, oh, cool. That's what's up. Boom. Good job. That's literally how I would say it. It's not that I don't mean it, I don't mean no harm by it. That's just my tone. That's just the way I am. But people expect you to go out when they go out, purchase a banner, stand on the roof, shoot off fireworks, cut a triple somersault backflip off the roof, then run to them, slide baseball style, get on your knee, and say, "Oh my gosh, you're amazing." That's not how life works. You have to continue to move on and do the things that you do because it's what you want to do. Your goals, your journey, and yes, I'm lighting me some sage right now. Your goals and your journeys are yours. So you are the person that needs to understand that I have my dreams, my goals. It's my job to take care of those. It's not everyone else's job to pat me on the back for my dreams. That's the path I chose to go down. I don't. There are things that I've done that I don't even say anything to people that I've accomplished, and I'm like, that's my accomplishment. If I choose to put it out there, I choose to put it out there. If I don't, I don't. I'm not done yet. That's why I don't like to do things until it's either really close by or it's a finished product. I'm not done. But to get angry at somebody because you're not where they are, I'm like, that is the definition of being a hater. And that's something that I'm like, I've never been that way with people. Because honestly, like I say, I'm like, I honestly don't really care if you like if you do something that I'm like, well, if I like it, that's cool. If I don't, that still should be cool. Not so much as I don't, but I'm like, that's your personal thing. I'm proud of you that you do that. I sat down and I talked to my nieces and nephews and I told them I was like, they're adults now. And I look at how they're going through life and I told them, I said, I'm proud of y'all. That's one thing I could definitely say. I'm like, I'm proud of them. They're becoming upstanding members of society and I wish them all the best. And that's what you do. I have friends of mine that do things and I'm like, hey, I'm proud of you, dog. I've had people tell me, hey man, I from where you was at in life, I would never expect this out of you. Cause I ain't come from no rich family. And I'm like, I'm not rich right now, but I'm good. And I'm also with the mindset of this. When people get upset with me over things that I've done, I don't know if you wanted to take the same path I took. Chances are you probably did. But if you mad at me over making accomplishments, if you mad at anybody over making accomplishments of what they chose to do, you're insane. But also, I have a mindset like this. Everything that I earn, everything that I work hard for, I know it can be taken away from me at any moment. I'm not gonna sit down and I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna get into it. This like I could cry, I could get depressed, I could develop a drinking habit, I could develop a smoking habit, but I don't. You know why? Because I can get it all back and then some. Why? Because I know what it takes to get it. I know how hard I got to work to get it, and I'm not afraid to do it all over again from scratch. I'm like, I'm okay with that. You got to understand, like everything that you got, it can be taken away from you, and you can't sit there and I got an eyelash in my eye, and that's you can't sit there and cry when things don't go your way. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to, not be happy with where you are in life. But here's the thing. How do you use that? What are you going to do about it? How do you use it? How do you channel that into something positive? Me, when things don't go the way I go, yep, I'm going to get frustrated. I'm going to get mad. I'm going to be like, damn, what do I need to do? And I'm going to find a way to make it happen if it's something that I really want to happen. I've delayed dreams of mine for years, but I still made them happen. Why? Because other things took priority. If it's not a priority to you, you're not going to do it right away. And sometimes things become more of a priority. I delayed myself going to school because I was waiting on my kids to get older. And I'm like, hey, when they got older, I'm like, you know what? Here's an opportunity. I got some time. That's the mindset I have. But anybody that knows me knows, like, you should know this. But if you have people in your circle that know that you hustled your ass off, you work to get where you are, and you sleepless nights, tears, working multiple jobs, doing extra, doing all this other stuff, literally sacrificing your body, your sanity, and everything else, and they can't appreciate that, and they turn on you. They were never your friend. Now, some people may be going through some things, and I'm the type of person like this. If you lash out at me, I'm going to give you an equal response. If you lose me as a friend, that's your loss. I'm a dope person. I don't care what nobody say. Because people that have been around me know, like, hey, when I come to town, I like to throw parties. I like to have fun. I want to make sure everybody enjoy themselves. Good vibes only. But there's also something else about me that a lot of people know. I have no filter. And it's not that I'm doing it in a disrespectful way. I don't have a filter and I don't put limits on myself. So if you can't hang with the big dog, then you've been warned. But I love it. I love people. I mean, in general. But I don't like being around everybody all the time. You got to have the right vibe. And that's what I'm getting to. Like, you have to have the right people around you. Because all it takes is somebody to touch your life the wrong way, and they'll ruin everything that you put together. You can't have people around you with hostile energy, hostile spirit, hostile everything, because it's like that's going to drain you. You can't have people. I understand people go through things, but you cannot have people around you that are constantly depressed, constantly moping. I'm like, that's just going to bring you down. And you can't have people like when you trying to come up, you can't give everything you have away to everybody, because when you lose everything you got for the people that don't have nothing, I'm like, look, y'all gonna be standing there neck and neck looking at each other saying, damn, what we gonna do now? Now y'all both in the same boat. This is just a little lesson that I learned, and I hope that someone else listening to this understands that you can't. Everybody not going to be with you. Everybody not going to love you. But as long as you care about yourself and you care about the goals and the dreams and the things that you set in play, that's all that matters. Some people not going to always be there for the ride. But if they're willing to strap in and enjoy it, as long as they want to sit in the seat with you, let them ride, let them enjoy it. But the minute they don't want to ride no more, or you start seeing signs that they're not enjoying it no more, open the door, let them out, keep driving. That's just life. People come, people go. I look at people like seasons. There are people here where in the spring, everybody's, nice, enjoying it. Summertime, it get too hot for some folks. In the fall, everybody's loving it, but they hating it. They hating the fact that they know what's coming. Wintertime, it's cold. They don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that cold. That's when people get bitter. That's when they get angry. That's when they hurting. You hurting all the way to your bones because you cold. Me, I'm gonna deal with any season. I don't care how uncomfortable I get. I've been through enough stuff to understand that I know it's gonna be uncomfortable. I could take the heat. I could brave the cold to get to what I want. That's all I got. And I'm planning on having a guest that's really close to me sit with me on this podcast, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Now I can say the one that I'm not going to air. It started out amazing. it was fun. We would laugh and joke and having fun, but uh, it just wasn't in the cards for that to be aired. I had issues with the sound. I had issues with the first time the battery went out, and the third time, in the middle of it, something happened, and I'm like, I I deleted it, and I was like, yeah, wasn't meant to happen. I still enjoyed myself for the most part, but like I say, sometimes you gotta, your paths may split away from other people, but you gotta understand that's your path, that's their path. Maybe one day you'll come back around and meet each other somewhere in the middle, you know. But at the end of the day, be happy for your friends, man. Congratulate them. Even if it's the ones that whether it's the ones that are this close to you or the ones that are this close to you. If you consider them an associate, a friend, or whatever, if you had contact with these people, be happy for their accomplishments. Don't be the person to be salty, walking around like a over 100-pound bag of Morton salt. Man, ain't nothing good about that. Don't be salty. Don't be the salty bitch. Don't be the salty dude. Don't be the hater. Don't be the negative Nancy. Be uplifting. Be happy for them. Be happy for yourself. Because what you'll understand is when you're looking at people and you happy for their accomplishments, you'll start to all that hate will leave out of you. You'll be happy with people. When you're happy for people, you'll be happy with yourself sometimes. Get the hate out your blood. Stop drinking. Go quit running to the store buying gallons of haterade, man. Some of y'all got a 55-gallon drum of haterade locked in your heart. Pour it out. Start over. Put something else in there. Love yourself. Love your friends. If they're really your friends, you wouldn't act like that with them. And that's one of the most interesting things that I could say in life, where I was like, I look at you just have to look at it like, be proud of yourself over everything, no matter how big or how small. Be happy for your accomplishments, no matter what they are. And if you want more, if you want better, if you want bigger, then damn it, go get it. It's not anybody else's, it's not nobody else on this planet's fault that you fail at things that you want to do. Things happen. But sometimes it's a reality of maybe you didn't work hard enough to get what you wanted. Can't be mad at other people because you didn't get what you wanted. It's not their job to do it. I get a lot of I see it a lot. Hands out. And I had to break it down to my wife about, stop letting people take advantage of you who can't give you anything back. I can't tell you a time where I was like, listening and hearing, and it's like she constantly gets asked for, give me this, give me that, give me. But it's always from people who can't do for you. If you hit bottom, you got to think about it. If there was ever a situation where I hit bottom, can I ask the same people for something that I've done things for? And I had to sit down and have that conversation in my head about it. And I really sat there and I thought about it. I was like, I can't ask that many of them. It's not a lot. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because I know I got that dog in me where I can go through and I can make everything happen all over again for me. I will suffer through it. I'm like, I will suffer through what I got to suffer through to get to what I want. And people that, just a little snippet in my life for people that think that what I'm saying is I'm being a jerk about it. No, I'm not. I slept in my car before. I slept in my car for months. I've been homeless. I've been broke. I've been hungry. I've gone for days without eating, and I ain't complain about it. Why? Because I know that when I get what I want, I knew when I got what I wanted, it was worth it, and it damn sure was. When I got my first apartment, I ain't had not one piece of furniture in there. I was so happy to get out of the car and sleep on the. I slept on the floor, and that floor felt like a queen size mattress with a pillow top to me. Because when you crammed up in the back of a 1980 Oldsmobile, yeah, y'all, any of y'all that know me, you that know that remember that car, yeah, I was sleeping in there. And nobody ever knew because I was able to do. I wasn't dirty. I was clean. I was working. I had jobs, but the problem was I didn't have the credit and credentials or everything that I needed to get what I wanted back then. And what I did was I got kicked out of a apartment with some idiots that I was living with, who shall remain nameless. One of you probably watching this. I don't care. You're a jackass for that. But anyways, but anyways, to I take the top off of this thing. I can't get nothing out of it. That's why I keep trying to sip on it. It's just Dr. Pepper. But trying to show off my little cup here and it's going completely wrong. In case you can't see this, I got a cup in my hand. You know, if you listen to the audio version, I got a cup in my hand and I'm trying to sip out of it. And the top of it is like trying to drink out of a damn baby bottle. But anyways, yeah, you gotta, I kind of lost track of what I was saying. But anyways, you gotta remember what your goals are. Don't let nothing stop you. And if you see people going and the people going ahead of you while you trying to make your stuff happen, man, don't be mad at them. Y'all not on the same path. It's not your thing. And be okay with that. Because sometimes the people that they might be ahead of you. Maybe when they get where they going, they might actually come back to help you. Think about that sometimes. This is another Grind for the Gold Unfiltered short. See you guys next time.